forgotten corners of time. The dormant darkness awakens. Vesperia succumbs to a curse of shadows. Recall it now. Reclaim the lost sword. Let it illuminate the hero's journey. The one who shatters the eternal night. Behold the legend, Merlin.
Magister Merlin? Magister Merlin? Are you all right? Magister Merlin? You don't look well. Did you have a nightmare? Ah, your old problem has reared its head again. I'm Dolly. We've been living together in the mystical house for a while now. I hope you remember that you're the great mage who has inherited the title of Merlin. However, you lost most of your powers somehow. Your memories are fragmented, and you often forget things. I woke you up because there's a fire on the other side of the river. It's getting serious. All the villagers will be in danger if we don't put out that fire. Chippy was worried and ran over there already. As you're familiar, Chippy wanted to protect your beloved village, so he rushed out to put out the fire. But the fire is getting out of hand. Will Chippy be all right? Do you want to go and see for yourself, Magister Merlin? I understand. Just take care of yourself. You've been in seclusion all these years. No one knows you're here. If you just go out like this, you're probably the most famous mage in Vesperia. Before going out, why don't you use some magic and change your appearance?
heroic order came to put out the fire elementals are attacking them. Magister, Chippy is at your service!
General Hogan! The water isn't working!
You, Sam! Get these fires under control! Do not retreat! Forward! I wouldn't have recognized you if it weren't for Chippy tagging along. How about you dispel your disguise so I can see my old friend again?
Ah, General, the Magister's condition, you see.
It's okay, Chippy. No matter how many times he forgets, I'm happy to reintroduce myself to him. I am Hogan, the former leader of the Heroic Order of the Lightbearer. We've been friends for decades, and our friendship will never fade, no matter how much. But this is no time for small talk. Look at these fire elements. They don't belong in Ryham. How could they just appear out of nowhere? Seems my instincts were right. Please, give me a hand!
Oh, I'll catch up to you someday. Oh, I'll catch up to you someday.
General, they've ruined my beauty sleep. This will cost you extra.
Valen, you're just getting here now?
That's not fair! I ran into a bunch of fire elementals on the way. Anyway, looks pretty grim here. I didn't expect the fire to be this big.
That's right. We think it's arson.
Whoa, a talking hamster? In that case, this gentleman with the general must be a mage. I gotta say,
I'd normally overlook your banter, Valen. But in front of this Magister, you'd better watch.
It's rare to command such respect from the general. Well, Magister, I am Valen, of the Heroic Order. How would you like me to address you? An interesting name. I will forgive my rudeness earlier. I'll be sure to make it up to you once this fire has been dealt with.
You seem more interested in who started the fire than in putting it out.
I saw you you casting a spell with my own eyes.
It's not that easy to quench a greedy fire, my dear. I'm just trying to help.
The Scarlet Sorceress is as beautiful as her fire is dangerous.
Dangerous? You're quite right. If this were my fire...
So she's the Scarlet Sorceress. Chippy has heard of her.
You're...
Magister, if Chippy is Numbus, what do we do, Magister? She's staring really hard.
Never mind. You made me think of someone. The divination was right. This night was awful. I shouldn't have gone out. I'd appreciate not being disturbed any further.
You're not going anywhere, Scarlet Sorceress. All my wares are gone.
Don't push your luck, young man. I'm not known for my...
Don't you dare try to get away with this. I'll make
Shh. Quiet. The wind. It's suddenly...
Huh? What is that?
Magister!
You awake? How are you feeling? You defeated the huge wind elemental, but glazed over and fainted before I could applaud. Anyone with a heart would worry about you. You passed out for a while. General Hogan and his men put out the fire. Then he returned to Hollystone. He ordered me to stay here, and before he left, the General told me to make sure that when you woke up... What a strange request. Do you... Also, how much do you remember of what just happened? The Scarlet Sorceress. You're a Magister, so perhaps you've heard of her. She was identified as the culprit by young Master Rowan. That kid with the huge bag and the duck on his head? He's Rowan, the second son of the wealthiest man in the Empire, and head of the Mithril Consortium. General Hogan took the two of them back to Hollystone for questioning. Muriel's attitude towards you was unusual. When you passed out, she was the first to get to you. Did you know her from before? That's rather odd.
Magister? Yes! Chippy checked all around and didn't see any elemental beings. Mr. Valen told you that General Hogan already... The General will wait for us in the village, so we should go meet him in Hollystone. He seemed to have something to say to you.
There might be enemies on the road. I'll go with you. Although, you might not need my protection.
Of course! The Magister is the the merriest mage that everyone loves. Anyway, since you're feeling better, Magister, should we set off? However, Before leaving for Hollystone, we should probably return to the mystical house first. Dolly must be worried sick.
Need a hand